Coliseum and Convention Center, the site of the 2025 West Virginia Secondary School Activities Commission State Volleyball Championship Tournament. It started on Tuesday, bright and early inside of this facility, and we have whittled it down to just 4 contests. We were going to get things started in Class AAA. Following that will be Quad A, and then in the afternoon session, we will crown champions in Class AA and Class Single A. We appreciate you joining us in conjunction with Video Productions on the NFHS Network. My name is Andrew Miller, joined by the rest of our crew. Deneen Kincaid is my caller analyst. Also on the call here tonight, producer is Levi Barnhart. Our camera people will be Jackie Donnell, Louisa Deasy, and Paul Cagliari. This is the road to the championship for Class AAA. You are going to see a number 1 versus a number 2 matchup. Herbert Hoover and Shady Springs. This is a rematch of last year's semifinal contest. It went 5 sets last year, and we expect another big one this season. For the Huskies, they got things started very quickly with a 3-0 victory over the Grafton Bearcats. Followed that up with a victory over John Marshall, 3-1 to advance to the title matchup. For the Tigers, a victory over Hampshire in round 1, 3-0. Followed that up with a big 3-0 victory over Spring Valley to advance. These two teams, no strangers in this tournament. Although the Huskies looking for their first ever state title, they have 3 runner-up finishes, including last year they were the runner-up in this tournament. Meanwhile, for the Shady Spring Tigers, 6 state titles under the belt. The last was in 2020, 6 runner-up appearances for them. So a very interesting matchup here. Deneen, I'll bring you in. We are going to see some middle hitters here today who are very, very talented. Let's talk about the 2 impact players that we've got coming up here. Now, it's a team game, but we're going to see a couple very interesting individual matchups. For Shady Spring, you've got somebody in the middle in Olivia Stover who is very talented.
Yes, Olivia Stover is really something. Shady Springs bringing the heat with her in the middle. According to the stats on Max Press, she's leading the state or her team in kills and blocks. Setting up in that middle position to be leading the team in kills tells you what a powerful player she is. Usually it's really hard to get a set into the middle. You've got to have a perfect pass for that setter to have that option. And for me to see that she's getting the kills shows that they've got a good defense. Setter's doing a good job getting the ball to her, but she puts it down when it gets to her.
Meanwhile, for the Huskies, you are going to see Isaiah Smith, the senior, in the middle. For the Huskies, she is a natural athlete. She can fly through the air. She's got quick leaping ability. She also leads this team in blocks with 133 coming into the postseason. It could be a great individual matchup between those two. Smith, a returning all-tournament team from last year, a first-team All-Stater last year as well. Those are just 2 of the many matchups we are going to see here tonight and today throughout this 4-match tournament. It is Class AAA coming up first. We'll break away for our sponsors. When we come back, we'll send it down to Doug Taylor, and we will get this first matchup beginning. We're going to crown a champion here right and early in the morning.
Sandwich. It's a complete game changer. Hello, this is Mike, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club is that juicy chicken with that toasty pretzel bun. From the first bite to the last bite, that bun, it's crispy, cozy, just amazing. With the pretzel bun, the Dijon mustard, and the chicken, you have those 3 things together, and it makes that sweet, savory kind of combination. It's everything that you love about food rolled into one. It looks phenomenal. It tastes great. It's delicious.
Real guests paid for their testimonial.
Adventure takes you here, but much of it starts right here in West Virginia, where Toyota has lived alongside hardworking West Virginians for over 25 years, investing over $2 billion in the Buffalo manufacturing plant and bringing in over 2,000 jobs. And that helps fuel the local economy. Thanks for making Toyota the #1 selling brand in West Virginia. See your dealer and start your adventure today. Toyota, let's go places.
At Little General Stores, we'll be there when you're ready, even if you're returning home for the first time in years. That is why we offer the LG Rewards Card that'll save you money on your favorite convenience store purchases, or even get you free drinks or coffee, allowing you the time to plan that perfect return. Go plan yours today. And when you need us, we'll be there. Thank you to those who serve, so the LG family can serve you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
To the championship athletes, we say,
good luck.
Go get 'em.
fight hard.
Never give up.
You've got this.
There's no I in team.
Let's go. And most importantly, have fun.
At WVU Medicine Thomas Hospitals, we're proud to be the official healthcare partner of West Virginia High School Athletics.
Good morning and welcome to the Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center for the championship round of the 2025 State Volleyball Tournament. This tournament is sponsored by the West Virginia Secondary Schools Activities Commission with its Executive Director, Mr. Wayne Ryan, Assistant Directors, Mr. Dan Comer, Mr. Chris Wells, and Assistant Director responsible for volleyball, Dr. Jacqueline Swain. Let's meet the participants in this championship match. First, let's meet the ladies Tigers from Shady Springs High School. Number 1 is Allie Fergill. Number 2, Gabriella Yan. Number 3, Bailey Richmond. Number 4, Sophia Attili. Number 5, Bella Jevanoski. Number 6, Kennedy Krager. Number 8, Reagan Mann. Number 9, Riley Helmer. Number 11, Olivia Stover. Number 13, Bristol Bloomfield. And number 14, Brianna Shrewsbury. And their head coach is Trina Olson. Ladies and gentlemen, the Tigers from Shady Springs High School. Now let's meet the Lady Huskies from Herbert Hoover High School. Number 1 is Zoe Hall. Number 2 is Macy Smith. Number 4 is Lauren Pleska. Number 8 is Ashlyn Clay. Number 10, Isaiah Smith. Number 11, Braylon Adkins. Number 12, Lily Lancaster. Number 14, Kendra Callan. Number 17, Jocelyn Schaefer. Number 18, Jessie Crook. Number 19, Amelia Canterbury. Number 20, Olivia Huddleston. Number 22, Kylie Hackney. And number 33, Jamie Legg. This week we have celebrated Veterans Day, and we always want to take the opportunity to recognize our veterans. So if you're a veteran in the stands today, please stand, give us a wave to be recognized by this crowd. Thank you for your service. The flags will be, some can see the flag that's over our head in the up ahead.
For over 4 decades, the health plan has been rooted in your community and the state of West Virginia. A steady part of your family and your business. We're here for you with health services designed to manage and improve your well-being. The health plan is powered by a team of dedicated healthcare professionals and trusted local partners. Because your health deserves more than just coverage. It deserves commitment. The health plan. Here for you.
Adventure takes you here, but much of it starts right here in West Virginia, where Toyota has lived alongside hardworking West Virginians for over 25 years, investing over $2 billion in the Buffalo manufacturing plant and bringing in over 2,000 jobs. And that helps fuel the local economy. Thanks for making Toyota the #1 selling brand in West Virginia. See your dealer and start your adventure today. Toyota, let's go places.
At Little General Stores, we'll be there when you're ready, even if you're returning home for the first time in years. That is why we offer the LG Rewards Card that'll save you money on your favorite convenience store purchases, or even get you free drinks or coffee, allowing you the time to plan that perfect return. Go plan yours today, and when you need us, we'll be there. Thank you to those who serve, so the LG family can serve you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Down to the final two in Class AAA. Number 1, Herbert Hoover. Number 2, Shady Spring. It has been chalk throughout this tournament. The Huskies come in 54-8-1, 38-12-1 for Shady Spring. These two squads, Deneen, not foreign to this tournament, but we've got 2 brand new head coaches for these 2 teams.
It's exciting to see these coaches and how they're going to manage their teams today. For Herbert Hoover, their coach had spent 5 state championships with GW, and this is her first year here with Herbert Hoover. A parent told us here in the booth that the team highlight for the year was getting her as the coach.
Getting Missy Smith, who was very important. She, by the way, is the Huskies softball coach, and she has won numerous state titles for the Huskies in softball, moving over from GW to Hoover for this one. Meanwhile, Trina Olson, she's got pedigree at the high school at Shady Spring. Her husband and athletic director Ronnie Olson, also their head basketball coach. She's in her first year.
Well, I think you can tell she's in an athletic family. She's not uncomfortable standing over there on the sideline. She's ready to bring their team into this game, get this game going.
Starters for the Husky: Lauren Pleska, Ashlyn Clay, Isaiah Smith, Lily Lancaster, Jesse Crook, and Amelia Canterbury. Meanwhile, for the Tigers, Allie Fergill, Bailey Richmond, Bella Jovanovski, Reagan Mann, Olivia Stover, and Bristol Bloomfield are your starters. Couple of multicolored jerseys for both sides. That will help me out, of course, when it comes to the libero. I call them the libero jerseys.
Yes. The libero jerseys. I think just stop with libero is also good.
That'll work.
Some places they call it libros, so you take your pick.
Reagan Mann will lead it off for Shady Spring. Mann leads this team in service aces with 121. We are underway in Class AAA. Huskies immediately having to work to get that one across, and immediately the Tigers pound one down.
That was a great kill. They were a little out of system with the middle taking that first touch. But they did a great job getting it to the setter and getting that kill.
Fergill getting that kill. Fergill third on the team in kills. Boy, tremendous dig on the back line by Krager. Huskies going to set it up on the outside. This one on the net stays down, and the Huskies earn the side out. It's tremendous swing by the Huskies on the outside. In comes Isaiah Smith. In all tourney last year for the Huskies, first team All-Stater.
That was a great dig.
Opportunity at the nets.
All right. Well, you can see Isaiah's impact right there to begin with by getting hands on that outside ball. But you got to turn those hands so that the ball goes back into the middle of the court instead of coming out of bounds. Smith
came in to the postseason leading in blocks with 133. That one veers right of the line, though. Smith, a little too strong. She was calling for a deflection at the net. I didn't see anything.
I didn't see anything. The set's got to be a little bit tighter for her to get that ball down. The pass has to get inside of the 10-foot line, so Herbert Hoover's got to get a little better passes if they want to take advantage of that power in the middle.
Service for Fergill. Huskies will play defense. Quick set right in the middle. Nicely laid up there for the leader, Olivia Stover, and she'll knock one down.
Every time you see Shady Springs giving a perfect pass, meaning the setter doesn't have to move at all, the pass is right to target, you can guarantee she's going to pop it up to number 11. And Herbert Hoover needs to read that and recognize so that they set the block on her.
436 in the regular season for Stover. This one, a little miscommunication, I think, on the front line between some Tiger defenders.
Well, the problem was the setter took that first touch. So usually the libero takes the second, and there was a little bit of confusion because the front line thought she couldn't get to the ball.
Huskies with the serve and the ace. That is Olivia Huddleston with the ace. Second on the team, coming in with 66 of those. She'll add to that total. And the Huskies, runners-up last season. They defeated Shady Spring in the semifinal last season, 3-2 in an absolute war. Up front, they'll move to the outside. That was a healthy cut by Richmond. Airmailed to the back line, though, and it'll be Huskies with the point.
She needs to just have a little more patience and keep that ball out in front of her. As soon as it goes above her head, the ball's going to go long.
Deep serve by Huddleston. Mishit a little bit by Fergill. And still ends up with a point and a side out for the Tigers.
That's what you call a down ball. She just hit it gently, but it was just enough that they just couldn't get it up.
So Stover will now be back at the service line. That one got on Smith a little quicker than I think she was prepared for. Outside, there is Isaiah Smith showing her worth on the blocks.
Yep, that was a great block. She had her hands turned perfectly, and there was no one home in the defense to get that ball.
Smith has doubled up the rest of the team in blocks this season. Just a force inside. Timed it nicely. That one off the left hand. Huskies leave this one up on the outside. That was kind of a sidewinder swing by Pleska. That was a tough setup there from Hackney, trying to send that all the way forward and across.
Right. And again, those passes have to just get a little bit cleaner to target, so the setters don't have to work quite so hard.
Early in set number one, we are back and forth. These two teams did meet in the regular season as Smith gets a good swing on that one, deflected at the net by Shady.
Good free ball.
Hackney's going to leave it in the middle. Smith, wow, now that was a good set.
Now, anyone can see that, right? As soon as you see that ball, the setter doesn't have to move, she's going to put it there in the middle for that middle hitter to just finish it.
Yeah, these two teams met back on the 13th of September. This was down at Shady Spring during a tournament. The Huskies dominant on that one, 2-0.
Great serve.
Tremendous effort on the sideline. Diving into her own bench was Shrewsbury. They're checking on Shrewsbury to make sure she's all right. She's up and okay. That was great effort. The point, though, will go to the Huskies, and it will be Smith to serve. Both of these programs bring a healthy group of students down here to Charleston. Boy, what a swing there for Reagan Mann. Handled, though, defensively by the Huskies. And I think we got somebody into the net for the Huskies.
I couldn't reach the number.
Smith will check out on the Huskies side. Braylee Richmond set to serve. The junior, third on the team in aces. Another good setup. Handled on the back line by Shrewsbury. Deep shot.
Great shot.
On the back line.
Great shot. That's a hard ball to set to your right side when it's not a perfect tight set. And she did an excellent job putting that up for her.
Yeah, Forgill got a hold of that one. Didn't get the hardest swing on it, but placed it perfectly on the back line. We are back and forth in set number 1. Shrewsbury again setting up her teammates very nicely. I should say Hackney. I do apologize. That was Kylie Hackney. She's had a couple of really nice assists to begin. Lauren Pleska in to serve, the sophomore. Shrewsbury sets it up for the lefty man. What a good assist. And a good block at the net. Had a couple of ladies there for the Huskies. Both Kendra Callan.
And that was a good attack. You got to see that those double blockers are there and sometimes just go up and over top of them.
Huskies do have some height in on the front line at the moment. Callan was one of those. Good battle at the net. Jesse Crook just went back at it with another swing. Well-placed shot, though, for the Tigers.
You call that into the campfire. She just dropped it right into the middle where no one could get to that ball.
Stover getting set to check back in on the Tigers side. She'll be on the outside hitter position. Krager will serve it up for Shady. Boy, hard swings here for Reagan Mann. And another hard swing on the opposite side. Ashlyn Clay finishing one.
That was a wonderful kill.
You always love the strategic shots, but at heart, I just love it when a good set comes and the girls can get up and show their athleticism.
They did a great job on that. The blocks were a little more cutting on the cross if you looked at it on the replay, and it left that line wide open, which is probably one of the most vulnerable positions. That's where your setter is. And she's wanting to set the ball. She's not wanting to play defense. So for her to have her hands up and to be in that defensive mind is a really hard thing to ask of. So it's a really great target for those outside hitters to turn and cut that down the line.
We have been back and forth here in set number 1. Huskies with the lead as Shady Spring calling their first timeout.
No runs.
A chance talking with Coach Trina Olson and company. They really feel like they're playing their best volleyball right now. Later in the season, I think that they had a try match here in the Kanawha Valley. They defeated both George Washington and South Charleston up a class in that, and I think that's kind of springboarded them to play some very good volleyball here, especially down at the state tournament.
Playing good competition gives you a lot of confidence when you can defeat those teams, and it's showing the level of play is really excellent right now.
Kylie Hackney serving for the Huskies. Oh, a great attempt diving after it for Atkins.
When you have Olivia on the net for Shady Springs, Herbert Hoover has to be very careful to keep those balls off of the net. She's going to put it down if it's sitting up there.
Reagan Mann, all-tourney last year, first-team All-Stater for the last 2 years for this Shady Spring program.
Again, that's going to that vulnerable one position where the setter's just, she wants to set.
Now we're going to see the battle we highlighted before this. Isaiah Smith up front for the Huskies. Olivia Stover up front right now for the Tigers. Deflection off of the hand of Atkins will give Shady Spring the side outs and the point. So it will be Forgill, third on the team in aces. That serve hit the nets, misdirected it, made it very difficult for the Huskies to handle, and another good placed shot.
Great point.
Free tip winner.
That's the third tip winner for Shady. So
back in front go the Tigers once again. This lead has seesawed back and forth. First pass, overpass, and that leaves it right where Stover likes to see it.
That's what middles dream about, those type of balls.
All on the floor.
Yeah, there's a crater on the floor over there now.
Stover got way up. It's as if she was just eyeing straight down over top of the net. Mann's going to set it up. That one tipped at the net, deflected by Smith, stays on the side of the Huskies.
Not only was it a great tip, it was going to be a great tip up and over the blocks, but of course our middle block can just get up there, and she tipped it just enough to throw off her defense.
So since the timeout for the Shady Spring Tigers, a 4-1 run, make it 5-1 now.
What was it you said about ace leader?
Yes, absolutely. Now Coach Missy Smith and the Huskies want to talk it over. It is 15-11, set number 1. We will return in a second.
Most rewarding time of the year. Go-Mart's Holly Jolly Rewards are here. Snag specially marked items to earn bonus reward points and game tokens. Because nothing says holiday cheer like stacking rewards higher than Aunt Carol's Fruitcake Tower. Collect all 4 tokens and you'll unwrap an additional 2,500 bonus reward points. So make your list, check it twice, and head to the app for details. Get ready to slay the season with Holly Jolly Rewards at Go-Mart.
A 5-1 run for Shady Spring, causing a timeout for the Huskies. Neither team is led by more than 2 until right now. Largest lead of the first set owned by Shady Spring as Allie Fergill serving. They'll set it up for Smith, tattooed across and sent directly back by Stover. There's the battle.
Yep. That was an excellent set by Herbert Hoover. An excellent attack in the middle. But Olivia just knew exactly where that ball was going, and she read it perfectly.
A 6-1 run at the moment for the Tigers. This one's going to be set up. I'm not sure that Stover thought it was coming her way. Mann's going to set it over the head. Tipped across. That was tough for the Huskies. Good shot from 10 feet.
Oh, wow. That back row attack by Fergill was just wonderful. You don't see that often at the high school level. But, of course, in the state finals, that's when you would see it. But that attack set up that middle kill.
All the momentum at the moment squarely in favor of Shady Spring. Huskies going to leave it over on the near side for Ashlyn Clay. Smith deflecting at the net for Herbert Hoover. Reagan Mann with a real nice handle of that shot. They'll leave it up for Smith. Tips it across.
That was a great read to see that the defense was dug back in deep, and all she needed was just to get her hands up and tip that over. Shady's defense needs to watch her hand and see whether she's going to tip or not. Because, again, it's really hard to get a perfect set to that middle. And if she gets a perfect set, she's going to be hungry and want to kill it.
In to serve is Huddleston for the Huskies. A healthy
Great
shot.
Dig.
Directly in the middle. That's Stover. That's not easy to handle. Huskies did it, though. Mann's going to leave it on the near side, down the line, and in, says the judge. And that was a shot by Bailey Richmond.
Okay, so now we're going to see a little shift in the front row. We've got our Olivia now is in the back row. I'm curious if they're going to set her in the back row like they did Miss Fergill.
Tigers leading by 6. Shady scrambling there to get that one across.
You got to be
errant shot across.
You got to be ready to hit. Bailey's got to get off that net, transition, and be ready to attack that ball. You're in the state finals. You're not going to win points by pushing it across.
Hackney and Callan checking in for the Huskies. Hackney, who came in earlier in this set, had some really nice assists. Sends one long over the back line. Coach Missy Smith asking for a deflection on the serve. Did not get that, so it will be a side out and a point for the Tigers.
And that's what you call a good miss.
The freshman, Sophia Attili, serving. Huskies in defensive mode. Good deflection. Block at the net. Add to the total for Isaiah Smith.
That was a nice set for Shady, but Isaiah just read it too well.
Now Smith will head back to serve. Huskies looking for a little run of their own, and that's going to help with the ace. That had some forward spin on it, Deneen, and it dropped as soon as it crossed the net.
That was a very nice short serve. Topspin serves, you want to get in and under it. Floaters, there's those screwballs, so you never know where they're going to go.
Now this one floats too far over the back line. Smith checking out. As Shady Spring right now feeling content to just go side outs. They've got this 5-point advantage here in the first set. Great assist set up by Hackney. Good defensive effort, though, for the Tigers. Mann sends that one forward for Gill with a really awkward swing. Still got a good bit of contact on it. So going to be left up for Mann, the lefty. Had it deflected at the net. That one sent across and right back for Gill, having a great first set for Shady Springs.
Yeah, she's playing great. It's nice that, we focused a lot on the middles, but we can't forget about these other hitters and the great back row that they're sending out for us.
Back to serve, Bailey Richmond, the junior. Hackney, another good setup. They're giving Jesse Crook a lot of good opportunities on Huskies' side. Shady, though, playing very good, handling these kill shot attempts. And for Gill, see the frustration. She was trying to place one across the net and missed a little too strong on it.
I think she tried to be a little bit too tricky by just getting that across to the front of the net. She needed to be a little more safer with that ball.
Do the Huskies have a run here late in the first set? And that will help with a good serve. That one in that in-between area where Attili wasn't sure if she was going to try to bumper set that one.
Yeah, and she needs to open up her hands and take those soft instead of just what I call beach digging it, just popping it back.
Pleska with another good serve, and again, right at Attili, the young freshman.
I bet you Missy gives her the same number.
I can almost guarantee she's going to go to the same spot. You find a weakness, and you're just going to keep going to it.
We will see if Pleska goes back middle again. Absolutely will. Attili able to handle that one. Mann gets on top of one nicely. Boy, nice assessed again. A tremendous set. Hackney has been very good for the Huskies here, and they've got a mini run of 3 points, and it's down to 2 now.
And the whole defense for Shady Springs should have been yelling tip just like I did. It's instinct. You got to watch that hand and read it right away.
The Husky faithful directly behind their server in Pleska. Excited right now about this little run for Herbert Hoover. Hackney sets another one up. Attili with a nice job to dig it, but it goes across and right back. Jesse Crook comes with a big kill.
Shady needs to make a sub, take a timeout, do something to stop the momentum for Herbert Hoover.
Pleska goes back line. Right into the middle to Attili again. For Gill, took some off of it. And a bit of a miss hit as Ashlyn Clay had that one roll off the inside. And that will halt the run at the moment for the Huskies.
That was an excellent run. Now can they get a serve receive here?
Couple of substitutions for the Tigers, including Krager, who will serve. Hackney with another tremendous set. Forgill at the nets. Couple of defenders a little far back on the net, though, for the Huskies, and that one falls on Herbert Hoover's side for the Shady point.
She is definitely pumped up.
Forgill has had one heck of a first set for Shady Spring. Hackney leaves it in the middle for Crook. This time sets up her teammate Kendra Callan, the senior.
She read that set. She knew it was coming back to her, and she was ready to swing. She didn't push it. She put some power behind it.
Callan will check out after a great shot and giving the side out back to the Huskies. It's pretty much 0 hour right now for Herbert Hoover. A side out to
nice
Shady Spring serve would give them a set points. And tell you what, it has been Reagan Mann with power shots. And she will earn the side out, the set point here in set number 1 for the Tigers. It'll be set up for Crook, goes diagonal. Tremendous dig by Reagan Mann. Huskies will leave it over on the far side. Tattooed across by Ashlyn Clay. And Smith will check back in for Coach Missy Smith's Huskies. As Herbert Hoover will be looking for a run. Braylon Adkins will serve. Adkins, the number 1 server on this team for the Huskies. This one left up again, and that one tattooed by Clay, her second straight.
You know, as I'm sitting here thinking, she's got to serve these out. She can't make a service error. I don't think we've seen a service error in this game.
If there have been a couple, I don't remember. Huskies trying to extend this to a win-by-2 situation. Mann's going to set it up. That one deflected at the nets. It stays on the side of the Huskies, and Shady Spring starts off what we expect to be one heck of a battle here with a 25-23 set 1 victory. We are just getting started from the Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center in Class AAA championship action. We will return on the NFHS network.
For over 4 decades, the health plan has been rooted in your community and the state of West Virginia. A steady part of your family and your business. We're here for you with health services designed to manage and improve your well-being. The health plan is powered by a team of dedicated healthcare professionals and trusted local partners. Because your health deserves more than just coverage. It deserves commitment. The health plan. Here for you.
Adventure takes you here, but much of it starts right here in West Virginia, where Toyota has lived alongside hardworking West Virginians for over 25 years, investing over $2 billion in the Buffalo manufacturing plant and bringing in over 2,000 jobs. And that helps fuel the local economy. Thanks for making Toyota the #1 selling brand in West Virginia. See your dealer and start your adventure today. Toyota, let's go places.
At Little General Stores, we'll be there when you're ready, even if you're returning home for the first time in years. That is why we offer the LG Rewards Card that'll save you money on your favorite convenience store purchases, or even get you free drinks or coffee, allowing you the time to plan that perfect return. Go plan yours today, and when you need us, we'll be there. Thank you to those who serve, so the LG family can serve you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Well, Well, inside the Shady huddle, Coach Trina Olson got to be feeling good about the first set for her Shady Spring Tigers. She mentioned to us before this match began that they're playing their best volleyball latter part of the season, and they had a battle with Herbert Hoover. That one went back and forth throughout the first to middle portion of that first set, and then a run after a timeout called by Coach Olson, a run of 6-1 that gave the Shady Spring Tigers that kind of buffer zone they needed. Huskies tried to battle back late, cut it down to 24-23, but in the end, the Tigers win set number 1, 25-23. Do appreciate everyone tuning in on the NFHS Network. My name is Andrew Miller alongside Deneen Kincaid, my caller analyst.
Having a ball, Andrew.
Absolutely. It is fun to watch high-level volleyball action. Levi Barnart is our game producer. And, of course, we don't do this without our camera people. Nothing that we say matters if you can't see these great views. Jackie Donnell, Louisa Tisi, and Paul Cagliari are our cameras for this matchup in Class AAA. Braylon Atkins will lead it off. Huskies will serve to begin set number 2.
She's the service ace leader, 78 for the season so far.
Atkins was on serve toward the end of that first set, trying to give the Huskies a chance. Reagan Mann from 10 feet. That wasn't the hardest shot, Deneen, but it was diagonally to the back corner.
It was very well placed. When you're a lefty, hitting from that right side pole position makes it so easy to do those shots.
Mann second on the team coming into the postseason with 340 kills. Second only to her teammate Olivia Stover. Speaking of kills, there is Isaiah Smith, and there is some real emotion coming out of Smith there. I think she felt like she didn't get everything out of her play in that first set.
She wanted a lot more hits. She went split the blockers. It was just great. I kind of feel like in the first set, they didn't get the ball to her enough, and she really wanted it more.
Well, Smith was up in the air, wasn't sure how she wanted to take that little bump shot across by the Tigers. Got back off the net a little bit.
It's so hard as
Set
a
it to
middle.
herself.
It's so hard as a middle because you want to get that, but you really need to have your back defense talking to you, and they need to let you know that they're there and they were ready to take that ball.
For Gill, who had one of the best sets in the first set for Shady Springs serving it. Tigers couldn't keep it off of the floor.
She got one arm on it, but you just need to get that second arm and you'll have a lot better, more accurate pass.
For the Huskies, the rotation of Hackney and Callan back in. Hackney was very good in the first sets with assists. This one left up beautifully. Those short sets. And Mann and Stover working very well together.
That was a great read, great set.
Olivia Stover serving. On top of it is Isaiah Smith.
Replay of that will be interesting, how it just goes straight down that line. It's a great shot.
Well, obviously, if the Huskies are going to be able to win their first ever state title, Isaiah Smith must be playing at the level she is to begin this second set. This one set up, the 10-foot shot from Bristol Bloomfield, deflected at the net, sit back down. Show a replay of Isaiah Smith's shot. Boy, that one right down the line.
Jesse Crook says, don't forget about me. I can block that ball too.
Smith serving. Good shot that time by Bailey Richmond. Handled, though, by the Huskies. This one shoved back corner. What a placement.
That was a great placement. And she was scrambling, getting late to that ball. But it was a great push into that corner and just caught just the line.
Tigers with some very well-placed shots. Man, you can see Mann bent over looking to see that thing is going to stay in bounds. Just did. Hackney going to set up her teammate Crook. And you said watch out for Crook defensively.
Got to watch out for Crook.
She's also swinging well. Crook third on the team coming in with 372 kills. She's added to that total in the first pair of sets. Pleska serving. This one left at the net. That might have been a little too close to the net for comfort for the Tigers. Yet they'll still get away with that one. Macy Smith checking in for the Huskies. As Richmond serving for Shady. Forgill went lefty on that one. Smith down the line. Call it good. Macy Smith.
She's been very effective. She's kind of snuck under our radar, but she's getting a lot of kills down.
Will be Lancaster to serve as she'll check in for Coach Missy Smith. Forgill goes diagonal. Nicely handled. Atkins with the dig. This one's set up for Forgill again at the nets. And once again, guess who? Jessie Crook.
Jessie Crook, that was great. I think Shady wasn't quite in on good off-block defense, and that's why that ball was able to touch. Their outside hitter was a little too close to the net. It's another one of those beach digs that you hate to see.
And that first pass got to the top of the net. This one battled at the nets. And it will be Shady a possession.
I think that was set interference.
I have to go brush up on my volleyball official rules. Krager in to serve. Just as we had in set number one, we've got another close one here.
Macy Smith, another great kill. That, again, good court awareness to see what was open there.
Crook will give way to Isaiah Smith up on the front line for the Huskies. Atkins will serve. And Atkins leading the team in aces produced this season. Oh, a tremendous effort by the Huskies. It won't go across, though. They were fighting to keep it off of the floor. Looked as if the Huskies would have left that one alone, Janine, that probably would have been out.
It's so hard. I'd rather play a ball, though, than have it land on that line like we saw in that earlier play.
On the run, a running swing by Ashlyn Clay.
You know, I think I gave the wrong person credit. Clay's the one that's been sneaking in under our radar. It's so hard to read these numbers from this far away.
Yeah, these dark jerseys with the red, and they're outlined in blue, so
they just blur in together.
I think they should ask broadcasters for tips on what type of jerseys you wear. Deflection at the nets goes wide for the Huskies.
Well, I think it's a good problem to have that the broadcaster's sitting up so high in the state finals. This is the first time they've probably had this problem.
This is true. Back on the service line is Allie Forgill. So it's set up for Smith.
Holy smokes.
Goodness. Did you see the height on that one?
The height on that was amazing. I do feel like Olivia could have read that a little bit better. She was off the net a little too much. She needs to be pressing up and over the net and trying to shut that down. If you're staying a foot off the net, that ball's just going to come inside of you and come down off of the net.
Smith is 3 for 3 in the second set with kills. And that was a beautiful float serve by Huddleston. Went down the left sideline, dropped it in, and that will force a timeout for Shady Spring. Huskies leading by 3 here in set number 2.
Best thing about West Virginia is hope.
The commitment we're making is $2.2 billion in the state of West Virginia.
It's creating opportunities for the next generation to have career-sustaining jobs.
We're creating career paths and jobs.
Everybody's talking about it. POCAS is doing it.
This gives opportunities for underprivileged communities to have new jobs, to have new opportunities, and it just gives people hope.
Learn more at wvisforhope.com.
At Access.
Welcome you back inside the Charleston Coliseum Convention Center. Brand new seating for the fans in the stands, but there's not a lot of people sitting right now, especially on the Huskies and Tigers student sections, both sitting behind their teams. And we've got one heck of a battle. Shady outlasting the Huskies in set 1, 25-23 right now. Herbert Hoover on a run.
You talked about the connection that the setter in the middle had there. That just shows how tenuous those connections are. It's so easy to just overset and then you just look silly at the net.
It's easier said than done.
So easier.
Hackney put one halfway up the net for the Huskies, and it'll go back over to Shady Springs. Stover will serve. Hackney back up there with the assist opportunities. Callan tipped that one over. That one goes back line, a little strong for Bailey Richmond. Did not get fully on top of that swing. Crook back in on the front line for the Huskies. Fergill sits down, and back in is Krager. Crook at the nets, knocked that one over quickly for Herbert Hoover. And on the return shot, that one misfired backward for the Tigers. We'll see great effort by Krager. Got up limping just a little bit for Shady Spring. This one set up on the near side for Richmond and misses wide right.
Not by much, though. Not by much. Take that ball a little deeper into the corner or hit the seam between the middle back and the left back, and you'll do better.
Huskies have taken the lead to a full 6 points. Richmond will try again. Hackney's going to leave it on the far side. Smith with a healthy swing at it. And now from 10 feet. And there's Crook. And I think it's really Hackney and Crook, since mid-portion of that first set, have worked well together. They're in timing.
They have a great rhythm. She knows exactly where that ball's going to go, and she's ready for it. But that being said, it's not going to happen if the back row doesn't give them a perfect pass.
This one over the head for Mann. Hackney's going to leave it up. And that was in between two players, Crook and Callan. I don't think they knew who was going to take that shot until the last second.
Well, that was a slide because the setter got pulled, so she wisely set it behind her. And that does confuse the defense on the right side in the middle who's going to take it.
And an ace for Isaiah Smith. That one hit the top of the tape, Deneen. And when that happens, it sometimes ricochets and misdirects the ball.
It's crazy fun to watch from the stands, not so much to receive it on the other side.
Huskies taking offense to that first set loss. This one misses long. And they are going to say a deflection right at the net by a Husky defender.
Yep. But that was a great run. They needed to get out of that rotation.
Brianna Shrewsbury checking in to serve.
So now you've got Reagan Mann, who was your setter. Instead of hitting on the right side, she's hitting outside for 2 rotations.
And Stover is on the bench at the moment for Shady. Mann, the lefty. Good first pass up front. We're seeing it again. Hackney sets it for Crook. Crook finishes it.
They really just don't have a block for Cook. They're just not prepared for the power that she's bringing. And Shady's pretty deliberate in pushing all of these balls out to Reagan Mann. So it's pretty easy for that middle to read that it's going to go over to her.
Ashlyn Clay steps back in on the outside hitter position for the Huskies. And a serve receive error goes wide to the right for Shady. It is all Herbert Hoover at the moment in set 2.
Sophie has to refocus her energy, move her feet, and get under that ball a little bit better, a little faster, and read it because they're coming right back at her.
Straight down the line for Pleska. Flat-footed shot attempt for Shady. This one's set up over for Clay. Great block at the net. I believe Bailey Richmond, the one to get up on it.
Yep, she's a little pumped up about that. She's like, give me the ball. Let me have it.
Tigers trying to manufacture some momentum here in this second set. They've got a long way to go. Trailing by 9. Opportunity, though, and it's missed. Well, the Huskies were playing defense there, just trying to keep that play and point alive. And the Shady a little flat-footed when that ball got across.
Volleyball is so much emotions, momentum swings, and you can definitely see it in this second game. Herbert Hoover came out just strong, full of energy, and it's really shut Shady down.
Lancaster serving. The lead is a full 10.
But then we have that. Allie Fragile hitting outside. They knew she was there, gave her the perfect set, and it was gorgeous.
Well, Fragile's been very good since the first set. Hasn't had much opportunity this set until right there, and she'll get the point and the side out for her team.
So right now, Shady's got a very aggressive front row. If they can get good passes, they've got good touches there.
Boy, what a shot, though, by Crook. She has been power only.
Yes.
But coming in from 10-foot line area, she was able to poke that one over the first line of defense.
It's so hard for defense when you're dug in back expecting those hard hits, and then it just drops short. Oh, that's set interference. That should be called set interference, but the referee is calling back row attack, meaning the setter was taking it above the net.
It was Isaiah Smith right there, and as you could see, Deneen, she was definitely over. But before that came another call. Huskies dominant at the moment. That's going to help. Wow, the setup from Amelia Canterbury. And Isaiah Smith has really announced it here in the second set. It is now set point for the Huskies.
You know, we're saying Isaiah's name an awful lot, but it's the other 5 players that are getting the ball to her that's making this effective.
Man swings from the side. This one tipped across nicely by Clay. Deneen, you mentioned she's been kind of under our radar,
but
she'll finish it.
This game, I think she leads them in kills.
That was a tremendous poke, and that will tie it here in the state championship of Class AAA. The Huskies come back with force, and they'll win it big in set number 2. We're tied 1 apiece here in the championship.
They're not the biggest, but with over 100 locations across West Virginia, chances are there's a little general store near you. With brand name gas and foods you know and trust, and an assortment of snacks and comforts that make you feel at home wherever you are. So as you make your way to family dinners and football games around the fire, wherever your destination, we'll get you home for the holidays.
Looking for a path to success in service? The West Virginia Army National Guard offers unmatched opportunities. Earn your degree with up to 100% tuition assistance while gaining invaluable leadership skills. Join a team dedicated to community, state, and country. The West Virginia Army National Guard, where your future starts today. Visit NationalGuard.com WV to learn more. We guard West Virginia.
Well, we highlighted the huddle in the first set for Shady Spring after that great 25-23 victory. The Huskies, boy, did they come back, Deneen, with some serious fire in their belly. A dominant 25-12 victory in the second set for Coach Missy Smith's crew.
I think Shady Spring got in their head a little bit. They didn't really know how to react to those hitters. They were dug in deep. And when you're dug in deep on your heels, it's really hard to go forward for those short tips if you don't read them quickly. And I think that was a lot of their problems. Their serve receive also needs to do a little bit better getting those passes to target. We know that Shady has the power. They showed it in the first game. They just need to do a little bit better on their defense and lift their teammates up.
You looked there before at Coach Missy Smith. She is brand new as a volleyball coach to Hoover. She's not brand new to Hoover. She's won multiple state championships as their head softball coach. She's also no stranger to winning state titles here. She took the George Washington Patriots multiple times here, and she won 5 state championships with the Patriots before moving over to the Huskies this season.
That's a good example of how you shouldn't specialize. To have a coach that knows sports so well that she can win state championships in both 2 different areas, that's amazing to me.
Back-to-back champions in 05 and 06 from the GW Patriots, 2012, 15, and 19 for Coach Missy Smith. Trying to take the Huskies to the title. For the first time in school history, Shady's going to have something to say about it. Nothing to say about that sidewinder from the lefty, Jessie Crook, though. She is immediately out after starting the third set off with a bang.
Get a point and take a seat.
That will leave it up here for Braylon Atkins to serve. Short serve that time, and that one put the pressure on the Huskies.
That set just carried her into the net. Not much you can do about it when you're reaching for a ball like that.
So hard when you've got momentum going forward to actually stop yourself in air. Atkins goes back line. That was a tremendous set, by the way, for Mann to leave it for Forgill.
Quick response time to make that decision and go, oh, I can go right side on this. But for Grill to read, that's what helped them so much that first match, was mixing up their shots, not just hitting it, but doing those short tips. And she read it and got the winner on it.
Bit of an overpass by the Huskies, and that's just sent right back down by Shady.
Well, we haven't said Bristol's name before, so good job, Bristol. Wait to be ready for that overpass.
A tremendous play by Bristol Bloomfield, the junior. See if Shady is kind of back from the shell shock of that second set loss. And sometimes you got to be lucky is good, and Forgill puts one off the top of the net.
Now, Andrew, I'm sure she tried to do that.
That was purposeful. I'm going to ask her after this match if that was on purpose. Solid serve for Forgill. Healthy cut by Clay, handled on the back line, though, by Mann. A couple of defenders for the Huskies shoving that one across.
Good scrambling.
Clay got a good swing on that one from the side.
Oh.
Huskies set it over early. Deflected at the net. She had both Clay and Smith there. Went off of one of their hands out of bounds.
I think the whole play, everybody was just scrambling, and the blockers have to do a little bit better getting over there with intention and going up. When you're running late, you're going at an angle, and you're going to take that ball out with you.
Tigers leading by 2 early. Krager sends it forward to the net, tipped across by Richmond. This one stays on the back line again. Forgill still got a good swing on the run. Again, you said that's very difficult from that 15-foot area.
I don't know if she was totally ready for that either, and so she kind of pushed it instead of getting on top of that ball and hitting it down.
Huddleston.
And she did run an awful long way.
Huddleston checking in to serve for Herbert Hoover. Sidewinder, that one may have been a snap hook. Went wide out of bounds on the left side. You mentioned we have not seen very many misses on serves in the first 2 sets in the early
first
portion.
one, there was one where Mann stepped out of the way.
Smith flying into the net. Off the deflection from Reagan Mann.
Shady wants to have really good communication and make sure that they're talking so that they get this ball back. I like to say when you're on serve receive, it's instant offense. You got to attack this ball and get the ball right back.
Kylie Hackney back in to serve for the Huskies. Richmond, soft shot across. Good swing by Pleska. Hearing some new names up front on the hits and somebody in the nets for the Huskies.
I did not see that. It's hard, though, when you're following the ball.
Shady with a 2-point advantage. A couple of substitutions for Shady, including Shrewsbury to serve. Good first pass up front. Ooh, went across early, did Hackney.
They read it, though, and that's out.
Well, too strong on the send across there by Jovanovski.
They got a little too excited on that free ball. Sometimes you just need to get it across, and I say live to fight another day.
Huskies to within one. We're tied, one set apiece.
Good hustle. Setter, the middle's taking the set.
Smith sets it up for the teammate this time, and Pleska back-to-back swings on back-to-back points, able to get that one to drop in off a deflection.
Just a touch of hesitancy on Shady's defense.
You see Coach Trina Olson, year number 1 at the helm for this Tiger program. There's the lefty man, that one airmailed.
I think she got a little in a hurry, got in under that ball, and as soon as you get in under the ball, then you can't get on top of it. You're going to push it long.
The senior is a 2-time first-team All-Stater. We imagine she's probably going to be on that team once again. Was an all-tourney selection in this tournament last year.
That was a great dig.
Huskies handle the hard shot attempt.
Good job, Hackney. Another set from your middle.
Shrewsbury's going to line one up for man. That one blocked at the net.
Good cover.
Smith got a hand on it. A couple of Tigers nearly crashing into each other. Hackney's going to leave it up on the far side. Swung nicely by Pleska. She's gotten involved offensively here in this set. Hackney's going to leave it up for her favorite target, though, and that's Crook, delivering a diagonal to the far left corner.
That was great defense. I was kind of concerned that Herbert Hoover was starting to fall into the let's just tip it, let's just tip it. You got to be aggressive. You're in the state finals, ladies. You got to be ready to hit it.
Smith to the back line to serve. An overpass at the net. Got into the net. Those are so difficult to pull up off the net once they get into it.
Well, as coaching, we teach it. Where it hits high, it's going to come down. If it hits down low in the net, it's going to bounce up. So defense has to know those tools and read that where it's going to hit.
Shrewsbury's going to send it over to man. Deflected at the net. And that's a block by Crook. She is really making things happen here for the Huskies.
She's been quite a force.
And
but I think she just got hurt.
Crook going to be helped off here by her teammates. That would be a huge loss for Coach Missy Smith. She looks to be okay, but they're going to take her off and get her checked out to make sure everything's okay. Might not be an issue, Deneen, with anything on the body
anatomical.
Parts. Yeah.
It's so scary. As, again, coaching, I've seen so many different things where when you're in the front row, you're going to blow your knee, you're going to step on a foot, you're going to roll your ankle. It's happened so many times. So whenever I see a middle walking off the court, I'm like, oh, that could be bad.
It's just early morning. That biscuit and gravy from McDonald's maybe not agreeing right now after that very exciting play and the screams. You may have gotten a little too much excitement if you're Herbert Hoover. Meanwhile, Shady Spring and Coach Trina Olson calling a timeout here to try to resettle her team. They were very settled and relaxed and confident throughout that battle in the first set, but really that dominant second set for the Huskies. If you're a coach, you're gauging the way your players are reacting.
There's so much
right
to
now,
watch.
the Huskies are really trying to just have momentum in their favor. And so, again, as a coach, you call a timeout and try to settle your team back down.
Well, I think she's okay. She's got another.
Crook just maybe.
I think her blood sugar might be a little low. And seriously, in the middle, you spin an awful lot. You're forward, you're turning to transition off the net, you're coming back around. It's dizzying.
I've been calling up some dinosaurs over there. Tigers unable to mount an offensive attack. That's going to lead Crook. Oh, my goodness. Hackney is just
setting her
mounting up assist after assist to Crook.
They are quite the team right there.
Hackney just seems to know exactly where Crook wants it.
Oh,
there's a service error by Smith. That one low on the nets, and that will end a big run. The Huskies, though, get a 5-point advantage. And we'll see if Shady Spring has an answer here. Richmond, there is back-to-back service errors.
We jinxed them.
So the Tigers unable to snatch a little momentum here, give it directly back to the Huskies for service here. We're tied 1 set apiece in this AAA championship match. Man, down the line, strong on that one. She's missed on the last couple of shot attempts long.
Sometimes you just try to force it a little bit too much, where you drop it into that campfire and you're going to get a little more, you might actually get a winner on that.
Pleska serving.
Nice read.
This one left up on the near side for Callan. Kendra Callan. We haven't called her name much here in the championship match. We'll call it there on that tremendous swing.
Shady Spring needs to do everything they can to lift up their teammates and get some confidence back.
A strong serve. That one got on Stover quickly. Hackney's going to set it up on the far sideline this time for Clay. Hackney to Crook there. A little mistiming.
Don't give up on it.
Shady had to scramble, keeps the point alive. Hackney trying to be deceptive there, goes early. And we're seeing some misses right now on these swings, and they're all going long. Deneen, what does that make you think of? Is there some tiredness? What's going on with that?
I think they're trying a little too hard, and they're just pushing it a little bit more. I think on that one, Allie just didn't have enough time to truly transition back, so she didn't really get a full jump at it.
Well, there's a missed time on the swing attempt by Crook. Everything working right now, though. She nearly whiffed on the swing, caught just the tip of it, and sent it across perfectly against a pair of defenders. Things are going well right now in Husky land, except for that shot. Pleska laughing that one off. I think you could have extended this court 2 times, and that one still would have been long.
It almost hit the concrete.
Pleska will get a breather. In to serve is Kennedy Krager for Shady Spring. They're looking for any sort of momentum.
Great up.
Man, that one deflected by guess who? Crook. And you can see Shady just not able to mount any sort of run here. They're getting side outs, but they're giving them directly back. There's not any point runs for the Tigers, and that's also causing maybe a little crack in the confidence of Shady at the moment.
It's hard when you're just trying to do so much. You know, you need to be that spark.
Shrewsbury goes over the head, and
I think Allie
Gill there couldn't get it with the left-handed tip.
I think she took a look at the court to see where she wanted to put it and forgot to look at the ball. And again, that's an example of just a little panicking.
For the second straight set, the Huskies have mounted a double-digit lead. Clay from 10 feet, deflected at the nets. Actually, they'll say that one got into the net. The deflection was there if needed, but it did not get over. Just kind of bounced off the net back to the Huskies.
Well, the students are getting pumped up.
Absolutely. You get the feeling for Shady Spring. It's go time. They're going to need a run. That'll help.
But if you look at body language, look at the 2 different teams. You know, the shoulders are down a little bit on Shady. They need to get pumped back up. You've got to dig deep and find it.
Well, one of the senior leaders, Reagan Mann, going to try to help that cause with the ace to begin. Set it up, knocked across by Bloomfield. Huskies a little out of sorts.
A little excited there.
Yeah. 2 points in a row. They've been kind of scrambling to keep the ball alive. And so 3 points in a row for Shady Spring. The Tiger faithful trying to get behind their team. Mann's going to float that one back line. That one might have gone out had not been for the touch. You heard a late call from the bench.
Yep.
Trying to get it relayed to Atkins, but by that point, the ball's on you. You got to go ahead and make the decision. And make it a 4-point run. Another ace for Mann, and Coach Missy Smith for the Huskies said, that's enough of this. Going to call a timeout. Well, you're starting now to see, Deneen, we've been wondering if Shady's going to kind of get out of a little mini funk they've been in. You got to get points bunched together to do that. Right now is the chance for Shady to try to take this momentum and build on it, as you see Coach Trina Olson just imploring her team to stay confident.
Again, momentum is everything, and you're down like this. You need somebody to be a spark on either on your bench or out on the floor to just lift your teammates up and give them that confidence.
Stay tuned. Following the completion of this championship, we'll have a post-game breakdown, and then we'll send it down to the floor as they'll give out all of the hardware, the trophies, the all-tournament selections. And while that's happening, we'll get ourselves prepared for Class Quad A coming up following this AAA match. Crook has it deflected at the nets.
There's Allie.
Fergill playing well, and I'm telling you, you are now starting to see the Tigers come out of that funk. They are starting to walk a little taller, shoulders back, chest out. They've cut the deficit from double figures down to 5. Mann's going to leave it for Fergill.
Hit that.
Clay on the far side, deflected at the net by Shady. Fergill's going to swing hard at it this time.
Oh!
And Shady in transition. And you turn and look at Coach Olson. She spun around and was not happy because you had the Huskies where you wanted them, Deneen. You had them just playing defensive volleyball to send that over. And the Tigers just weren't there.
It's such a hard spot to play defense on.
Boy, how about that swing? That was an emphatic swing, and immediately Stover turned to her team and was yelling, let's go.
That's the difference. They haven't had good enough defense to get a pass to target to set her. That's the first touch she's had in quite a while.
Since nearly the first part of the second set. Huskies now kind of scrambling, looking a little bit out of positioning. Prager's going to send it forward. Clay airmails it long. The lead is down to 4. It was 11 points.
They're crawling back.
A 7-1 run right now for Shady. Good serve by Fergill. There's Smith. We haven't called her name for a while. Isaiah Smith.
I am surprised they got such a great pass off of that hard serve. That was an excellent pass in order to get Isaiah back into the game. You needed that perfect pass, and everything just clicked there.
Olivia Huddleston checking in to serve for Herbert Hoover. And that is not what Coach Missy Smith wants. Again, Coach Smith immediately, though, looking over at her young lady and saying, hey, we're good. It's okay.
Yep, just 1 point.
That's a sign of a veteran coach who knows how to talk up her team. Huskies going to send this one across. A chance for Shady. A nice setup for Richmond.
Good pass.
Deflected at the nets.
Oh,
that one strong. Pleska misses long. And you see now the Shady student section really fired up. Coach Olson, very measured in her response. The 11-point advantage for the Huskies in this set is down to 3. Richmond deflected at the net, sent across by Mann.
Good talk.
Great reaction. And Smith doesn't get it over. A rarity for Isaiah Smith.
Don't know if it was quite high enough for her.
You wondered if Coach Missy Smith might burn a timeout. She's going to let her team try to play through this. Stover will serve. Goes to the back line. Mann's going to set it up over the head. Diagonal shot attempt by Bloomfield. Boy, healthy
nice
cut
dig.
there by Pleska. This one blocked at the nets. Kept alive by Shady.
Good pass.
This one left in the middle for Smith.
There we go.
Might have been deflected at the nets. On the back line, Stover diving, couldn't get to it. A big point for the Huskies.
You saw that developing, though, with that perfect pass. Setter didn't even have to move a step. It was right where she wanted it.
Hackney will check in for Herbert Hoover to serve. Prager with a nice serve receive.
Nice pass.
Hackney back up front, sends it across early. Well, she's given the points to her teammates over and over again, specifically Crook. She's going to take her own opportunity.
Jesse's not here, so I better just set it over myself.
A big point to settle the Huskies.
Great serve.
2 points away from taking a 2-1 lead for Herbert Hoover. Hackney's going to set it up over on the side. Boy, what a swing by Pleska. Richmond gets a great cut on it. Pleska again. Early set across. That time Reagan Mann trying to catch the Huskies. On top of it, long on the shot that time by Richmond.
The coach covers her eyes in disbelief. That was a great point, though.
And a good battle back and forth. Both teams back to playing at a high level at the moment in this set. This one set up awkwardly for Bloomfield. Still gets a good swing at it, over early. And you could see the effort there given by Jovanovski. And a 25-19 finish on a big play by the Huskies. The number 1 seed takes a commanding 2-1 lead in the Class AAA State Championship matchup. Here's the final point of set number 3.
For over 4 decades, the health plan has been rooted in your community and the state of West Virginia. A steady part of your family and your business. We're here for you with health services designed to manage and improve your well-being. The health plan is powered by a team of dedicated healthcare professionals and trusted local partners, because your health deserves more than just coverage. It deserves commitment. The health plan, here for you.
Adventure takes you here, but much of it starts right here in West Virginia, where Toyota has lived alongside hardworking West Virginians for over 25 years, investing over $2 billion in the Buffalo manufacturing plant and bringing in over 2,000 jobs. And that helps fuel the local economy. Thanks for making Toyota the number 1 selling brand in West Virginia. See your dealer and start your adventure today. Toyota, let's go places.
At Little General Stores, we'll be there when you're ready, even if you're returning home for the first time in years. That is why we offer the LG Rewards Card that'll save you money on your favorite convenience store purchases, or even get you free drinks or coffee, allowing you the time to plan that perfect return. Go plan yours today, and when you need us, we'll be there. Thank you to those who serve, so the LG family can serve you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
We welcome you back inside the newly renovated seating of the Charleston Coliseum Convention Center. There's no seating needed right now between the student sections of Herbert Hoover and Shady Springs. They've been standing the whole time. That third set had it all. It was a huge lead for the Huskies. They were confident. We were wondering if Shady was going to find a way to get some momentum back. They put a big run together, Deneen, to make it a 2-point ball game, 21-19 in that set. I asked if Coach Missy Smith at that point was going to burn a timeout for the Huskies. She did not. She let her team play it out. They were able to get the victory.
That's the sign of a veteran coach. She had some trust in her team to figure it out. Had they not gotten the next point, I'm pretty sure she would have.
If it would have come to one. It was an 11-point advantage at one point. It was kind of a repeat of that second set victory that was dominant by Herbert Hoover, and Shady was looking a little bit nervous. They finally got out of that funk with some points in a row.
I think both teams at times played very nervous. Shady's got to do a little bit better job getting better passes and getting our middle, Olivia, involved in the game more. She's a kill leader for the reason. Pretty much most of those games, she only had 1 or 2 touches on the ball. We need to get her hitting that ball. You can tell when a team's not passing well if most of their sets are high and outside.
We did not call Stover's name much in that third set. So now the onus is on Shady as they face elimination in sets 4 and 5. They obviously need to win this fourth set in order to advance it to a fifth. For Herbert Hoover, in pursuit of that first ever state title, they want to win it now. They don't want to waste time. But they did have a service error to begin this fourth set. So Shady starts off this fourth set with the lead. Forgill on top of one nicely. Didn't swing too hard at it. Placed it well.
Very well placed. And I think they would have gotten more points in that last game had they placed more instead of trying to just power.
Tigers take the 2-0 lead to begin. Man serving. She'll set it up for Forgill. Deflected at the net. Had a couple of defenders, Canterbury and Smith, both there. It ricocheted off of one. Tigers, much needed start to this fourth set, 3-0. This is a setup, though, for Smith. Boy, Krager with a great handle. Forgill goes to the back line. Here's an overpass. And that's going to end up with another Shady point.
That's 3 kills in a row for Forgill. Herbert Hoover was a little bit flat on that rebounded play.
Coach Smith for the Huskies imploring her team, just get a side out here.
Their passing has been really well on serve receive.
Well, a good pass again, left up for Clay, who ripped it across, but it was sent back down by the defense of Shady. A 5-0 run for Shady Spring, and we've got a timeout for the Huskies. We will take it with them in this crucial fourth set.
Adventure takes you here, but much of it starts right here in West Virginia, where Toyota has lived alongside hardworking West Virginians for over 25 years, investing over $2 billion in the Buffalo manufacturing plant and bringing in over 2,000 jobs. And that helps fuel the local economy. Thanks for making Toyota the #1 selling brand in West Virginia. See your dealer and start your adventure today. Toyota, let's go places.
This sandwich, it's a
5-0 run to begin the fourth sets for Shady Spring. 3 of the 5 points coming from the third leading kill producer in Allie Forgill. Coach Missy Smith not necessarily looking nervous, but certainly not looking happy about the start to this set for her Huskies. And Mann delivers again. That one off of the wrist.
That was a tough serve.
A 6-0 beginning to the fourth set.
Nice pass.
Talk about playing with some urgency. Shady is. Smith had her swing deflected at the net, kept alive by the Tigers.
Good read on that.
Up front, sent over to Clay. That one falls in on the backside. Tremendous setup by Lancaster, by the way. That assist from middle all the way across to the corner.
Braylon Atkins did an excellent job on their defense there. From serve receive, she kept getting the balls right to target, to reacting to some of those balls.
Huddleston in to serve. Diagonal shot. That one drops in.
From who? Forgill.
That was Forgill again.
She's in the back row now.
She had the big offensive first set for Shady. And she's been rather consistent in the next couple right now, though. She is playing dominant offensive volleyball. And that is the broadcaster's kibosh coming out at me.
Thank you very much, she says.
I'll apologize after the broadcast. Service error into the nets, and Hackney will check back in. Boy, has she been tremendous for Herbert Hoover. Her final assist total is going to be very good. Got a whistle and somebody for
in the net.
Shady in the net. And you could see Stover trying to tiptoe and keep her body off the net. That ball just too close for two opportunities. There's a float serve.
Nice serve.
Krager.
Nice deep. Nice serve.
Diving after it. Could not get it. Here come the Huskies.
She plays with such confidence. Kylie.
Yes. She'll go back line, and that time Krager turned and let it go.
And again, the broadcaster jinx.
At least it was not me this time. Huskies trailing by 4. That'll help the cause. As I believe that was Pleska that put another one off of a defender. Well, for Gill, we'll check out for Shady.
Shady needs to get their blockers to get side by side. They were a good 3 feet apart from each other, and that's how that ball sneaked through.
We got a whistle, somebody into the net on that swing. I think it may have been Richmond. The Huskies, after going down 6-0 to begin this fourth set, slowly crawling back into it. Oh, a good backward swing for Shady there. Crook got another good swing at it. She had one heck of a third set for the Huskies. There's an overpass on the assist. Set up, though, for Pleska. Now Mann's going to send it over to Richmond on the near side, blocked by a combo. Hackney's going to set it up for her favorite targets.
A little too much that time.
That's kind of difficult trying to swing lefty when it's coming across from the right side. Crook did get a good swing, a little strong though. Shrewsbury will check in. And she'll be on the service line for Shady. Nice first pass up to the net, no doubt. Wow. Hackney leaves it right where Crook likes it.
Hackney did an excellent job. That pass was just a tiny bit tight, but she did an excellent job getting that net ball off the net and not pushing it too far off. And that's what resulted in that big kill.
Huskies back to within 2 with Pleska serving. Tough serve.
Oh, yes.
Boy, Stover got in there to the floor, popped it up to the nets, and that is exactly where right now Jessie Crook likes to see it, as she is finishing it off and helping the cause of Herbert Hoover. This thing looked like Shady was going to run away early with it. They need it because they are facing elimination, but right now the Huskies are just climbing, and it's really the play, I think, at the net of Jessie Crook.
I totally agree. I don't think she's a surprise to them, but she's a surprise to us here in the booth. And she is just on top of it. She is ready to go. I think she ate her Wheaties this morning because she is just on fire.
Well, Crook came in on the regular season, coming to the postseason. She was second on the team in blocks. She had 69 coming into the postseason. Also third in kills with 372 coming in. She has added to those totals here today.
Yep. She's done an excellent job, and she's hungry for it. She's on that net on defense, ready to put those overpasses over.
Huskies have climbed back here in the fourth set. They want to try to win their first ever state title. 3 runner-up finishes for the Huskies. 97, 2013, and they were second fiddle last year.
When you're out of system like that, you just need to get that ball in the court. You don't need to do anything fancy with it.
Bailey Richmond checking back in for Shady to serve. Hackney's going to come back to deliver this assist opportunity. Callan from that 10-foot area. Didn't time it quite right. Sent it low into the net.
It was just a little too easy to read. The ball was quite a bit off of the net, and so it just made it too easy for everyone to read that ball.
Stover will check out for Shady Spring. A lot of action at the net. Somebody into the net for...
So that's technically a back row attack. The setter had to go over the net to get that ball. She tried to pull it back, but that's a hard call.
Shady trying to mount a little run of points back to get to a bigger lead. That will not help the cause. Just quietly sprinkling a little bit of Ashlyn Clay in there each and every set.
Yep. Again, that was a great pass, first pass. But Ashlyn just knew exactly what to do. And I'm surprised with that block duo. They didn't close in on her at all. They totally took away the cross. I'd take away that line.
Lancaster checking in to serve. Set up for Forgill. Forgill has been tremendous here in this championship match. Shrewsbury leaves. It's on the soft tap by Forgill. Clay delivers, deflected and blocked at the net. Crook, that one handled at the net, sent over, it's on the net. Shady diving to try to keep it up and could not get it done.
That's a pretty high-level play right there.
You got some size up front right now for the Huskies in Canterbury and Crook. Forgill swings down the line, trying to sneak it in on the left side. And once again, the Huskies to within one. Shady has led throughout this fourth set, though. Started it off 6-0. Bit of a mishit on that serve receive. Shady will play defense. Lancaster leaves it up, tipped across
Good
softly.
read on that.
Man had it blocked at the net by Crook. Forgill, that one deflected and gets through the hands of Clay. It seems like each time in this fourth set, the Huskies get to within one. Shady is able to get a side out. Stover back in on the front line for the Tigers. Krager serving. Lancaster leaves it for Clay. Flying in with a healthy swing. Great dig on the back line for Richmond. Forgill again. Sends it through the defense.
Good defense. Shady's got a little more pep in their step. Their defense is responding a lot better to these balls.
Krager's going to float one now to the back line. Crook from about 10 feet. Healthy swing. Shrewsbury over the head to Forgill again. Gets it through the block attempt. He had both Crook and Clay there. And again, the lead back out to 4 for Shady. Again, playing for their lives here. Facing elimination, Crook gets one through the back line. That one went right through the wickets of Richmond.
Good rotation for Jesse Crook.
Braylon Atkins serving. Up front, Stover pulled back a little bit on that one. I'm not sure if in the peripheral she saw the combo of Smith and Canterbury up front.
I think she was trying to tip it up and over top of them, and Azia's just got too much of a reach.
Strong serve by Atkins. This one again, Forgill could not get it across, trying to just poke it over. And once again, the Huskies are to within one each time, though. Shady Spring has answered the call in this fourth set. Again, you see Azia Smith lurking. That's very difficult. Boy, another great serve by Atkins. This time, Shady is able to keep it up and get it over.
They didn't give up on that point. That was an awesome hustle.
The Huskies have been within one 3 separate times. And each of the previous 3, the Tigers have answered the call. Man firing it to the back line. Lancaster's going to leave this one for Smith and just powers it through the block attempt of Stover.
And again, she's got to get a little closer so that she's pushing over the net instead of just going straight up to it, because that's why that ball is just rolling down her forearms.
Huddleston in to serve. The Huskies have gotten close each of the previous 3 times, and now they will get to tied.
That was a really great serve. You had Stover backing up, kind of almost into the defense's way, and then you had 2 defenders trying to receive that ball.
Huddleston
so it was just a good hole.
Is a service specialist. She is second on the team in aces. Boy, that was a miss hit and a missed time, and it worked well.
Miss hit, miss time, miss jump, but it was a winner.
And it doesn't matter how, right? They just say, did it happen?
And back.
It did for Riley Helmer, the young freshman. Shady hanging on for dear life right now. Lancaster leaves it for Smith. Rotated that one through the back line defenders of the Tigers.
That was a perfect serve receive for Herbert Hoover.
The Huskies have not led yet in this 4th set. Hackney has played tremendously, though. Richmond's just going to line this one up and send it over. Hackney's going to set it up for Smith. Wow. Well, these hitters are going to owe Hackney a steak dinner if they are able to come back and win this one. The first lead of the 4th set for Herbert Hoover comes at 18-17. They lead 2-1, seeking their first ever schools state championship. On top of that one nicely is Stover. You could see Stover, kind of that emotional leader for the Tigers, trying to keep her girls engaged and fired up. Sends one back line. That was a tough one to handle.
That certainly. Talk.
Smith sent that one all the way to the back line. Richmond gets it back over. Callan deflected at the net by Richmond. And again, Bailey will send it across to the Huskies. This one left up again.
Good
for
defense.
Gill, though. Digs it. Richmond sends it between 3 defenders for Herbert Hoover. It's one of those hold your breath plays for a second. Adkins can't handle the shot. Shady moves ahead again.
And that was an attack by Bella. I won't even attempt her last name.
Jevanoski.
We haven't said her name yet, but that was way to be ready. Her team needed that.
Stover with the jump serve. Here's Hackney. Where will she go with it? Oh, up to the net. And I don't think she realized that Smith was not close.
Well, Smith needs to be ready. She's their biggest hitter. She's got to be ready for every single ball.
Shady in front by 2. Trying to make it a 5-set championship. And Smith flies into it. I think that may have been deflected.
Yes, it was.
It was at the net. Shady Springs has led the vast majority of set number 4. Just one small 1-point lead for Herbert Hoover. Richmond on top of it. Dug out of the ground, but it's going to stay on the side of the Huskies.
Good hustle. Way to keep fighting for it.
Boy, that nervousness from that second set for Shady that kind of trickled into the 3rd set early has gone away. They are back to playing confident volleyball. And we are in for a battle here. Bit of an overpass at the net. Sent across. Dug by the Huskies. Boy, that was a great play by Pleska. Pancaking that one off of the ground.
And I think Bella was in on that one, too. Good job, Bella.
Shady leading by 3, getting closer to that 25-point mark, and a very unfortunate timed service error by Shrewsbury into the net. Pleska back to serve. Shady Spring, the 2 seed, trying to extend this match to a 5th set. Huskies trying to make the comeback and end it here. Hackney's going to send it forward to Crook. Crook couldn't get it over.
That's such a hard ball to hit when you're running, when the set's not quite on the net where you want it to be. It's really hard being a middle.
Shady Spring 2 points away from making it a 5-set affair. Hackney sets it up for Clay on the far side. In on the back line. Clay has built up a repertoire here in this championship. Pair of substitutions. Canterbury in on the front line for Herbert Hoover. As Lancaster in to serve. And that one sent long. We had not seen very many service errors until this set. We've seen a bunch of them.
Yep. I think that's when you're starting to get in that 4th set jitters.
Tigers looking to close it out here in set 4. Krager with the serve. Lancaster leaves it, tipped across. Krager moves forward. Here's the lefty man. Lancaster's going to send it over again to Clay. Here's Forgill, back line, missed time, sent across still though. Great defensive volleyball. Here's Mann again, between 2 defenders. And Shady Spring survives. They took a 6-0 lead to begin the 4th set and weathered multiple storms by the Huskies. We're headed to a 5th set, tied at 2 apiece in Class AAA.
That was going to happen.
Sandwich. It's a complete game changer. Hello, this is Mike, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club is that juicy chicken with that toasty pretzel bun. From the first bite to the last bite, that bun, it's crispy, cozy, just amazing. With the pretzel bun, the Dijon mustard, and the chicken, you have those 3 things together, and it makes that sweet, savory kind of combination. It's everything that you love about food rolled into one. It looks phenomenal. It tastes great. It's delicious.
Real guest paid for their testimonial.
Adventure takes you here, but much of it starts right here in West Virginia, where Toyota has lived alongside hardworking West Virginians for over 25 years, investing over $2 billion in the Buffalo manufacturing plant and bringing in over 2,000 jobs. And that helps fuel the local economy. Thanks for making Toyota the #1 selling brand in West Virginia. See your dealer and start your adventure today. Toyota, let's go places.
At Little General Stores, we'll be there when you're ready, even if you're returning home for the first time in years. That is why we offer the LG Rewards Card that'll save you money on your favorite convenience store purchases, or even get you free drinks or coffee, allowing you the time to plan that perfect return. Go plan yours today, and when you need us, we'll be there. Thank you to those who serve, so the LG family can serve you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
To the championship athletes, we say,
good luck. Go get 'em.
Fight hard.
Never give up.
You've got this. There's no I in team.
Let's go. And most importantly, have fun.
At WVU Medicine Thomas Hospitals, we're proud to be the official healthcare partner of West Virginia High School athletics.
What a way to begin Championship Thursday at the Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center. #1 Herbert Hoover, #2 Shady Spring. These teams lost a combined 1 set in this tournament. They both won 2, they both lost 2. Class Quad A coming up next. Hedgesville and Morgantown, they've got a big mountain to climb to make it as fun as this one has been. So we move to a 5th set. And Deneen, the race to 15 is on.
This is all about these first few serves and the first few points. 1st to 5 has a really good chance of winning the match. You've got to come out strong, aggressive. You can't push here. You've got to be ready to hit.
Coach Missy Smith, as we said, 5 state titles with George Washington, First year directing Herbert Hoover. They have 3 runner-up finishes. And last year was the third of those. They're looking to make it to the top. Shady Springs, 6 runner-up finishes, 6 state titles. Under first-year head coach Trina Olson for the Huskies. They will serve first, and it will be their leader in aces, Braylon Atkins. All-tourney last year, a second-team All-Stater. Set number 5 begins.
Nice serve.
First opportunity for Stover. Pulled off on that one just a little bit. Canterbury, we haven't called her name with opportunities much. For Gill, we have pushed that one across with 2 hands. Clay's going to have to send it back over to the Tigers.
Nice read on that tip.
Smith gets a swing at it between the back line. Everybody kind of going soft shot before that swing of Smith's.
Yeah. Everyone was a little bit tentative on that first point until Smith got the ball.
Huskies score the first point on the race to 15. Another good serve. Stover can't get a swing hard on it.
Nice pass.
This one set up Smith on the run. Had to shove it over. Now for Gill. Boy, what a tournament for her. What a championship match for Allie Forgill.
She is playing lights out. She's ready for it, every single touch.
Reagan Mann will check back in on the front line for Shady. Sending it up front, good first pass for the Huskies. Clay came flying in off of that opportunity. Forgill had to tip it over. Clay tips it over herself and finds the hole in the defense.
The libero had 2 excellent passes to target there for Herbert Hoover.
It was really Jesse Crooks in the first half of this tournament, or first half of this match, but really Clay has played great
She has.
in that 4th set and right now. Huskies with the lead and the serve. On top of it, Stover deflected, kept alive by the dig of Lancaster. Mann leaves it up for her teammate. Over on the far side, handled by Richmond on the shot attempt by Pleska. This one running down the line.
Push.
Lancaster leaving it for Smith.
Someone was in the net there.
Deflected, kept alive by Shady.
What a point.
Back and forth. Pleska pulled back a little bit on it. Mann sends it up near the net. Stover tipped that one across. An extended points for Gill down the line. Was it touched?
Nope.
It was not.
That was the best point of the series.
That was a tremendous point. You would expect nothing less than a 5th set for a title on the line.
I thought Herbert Hoover did a really good job scrambling on their defense there. They had sometimes 2 girls going to the same ball, but then they did a great job communicating who wanted to take it.
There's a wet spot. They can't get it. They need to get the wet spot.
It looks like we may have a wet spot on the floor here. And we got some assistants out there on the floor. And Hedgesville and Morgantown will play it for the Quad A State Championship. Just the second year of 4 classes in West Virginia. And then the lower levels in the afternoon, it'll be AA and Single A. Oak Glen Philip Barber for the 3rd straight time. And then Class Single A as well. Back to the action here in this decisive 5th set of the Class AAA Championship. Pleska gets another good swing through the defense of the Tigers. And a timeout coming for Coach Trina Olson. The Huskies lead early in the 5th set, 4-1.
Sandwich. It's a complete game changer. Hello, this is Mike, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club is that juicy chicken with that toasty pretzel bun. From the first bite to the last bite, that bun, it's crispy, cozy, just amazing. With the pretzel bun, the Dijon mustard, and the chicken, you have those three things together, and it makes that sweet, savory kind of combination. It's everything that you love about food rolled into one. It looks phenomenal. It tastes great. It's delicious.
Real guests paid for their testimonial.
Well, Deneen, you said, traditionally speaking, the first to get to 5 in this race to 15 has a very significant chance of winning that 5th set. Right now, the Huskies leading 4-1.
This has been quite a match. Can you imagine anything better than this? Being at the state finals and playing your best games you've ever had.
Shady Spring looking to try to make the comeback here. Smith powers it through the defense. That is so difficult to handle that shot.
Yeah, they've woken up a beast there.
Yeah.
She's a little pumped up.
The Huskies are the first to 5. Huddleston serving. She is, again, the second leading ace producer. In the middle on top of that one is Stover. Said, not so fast.
Stover says, I see your kill and I'll raise you one.
Olivia Stover came into the postseason with 436 of them. And she's added a bunch here in this championship match. It will be for Gill to serve.
Nice pass.
Lancaster leaves it for Canterbury on the near side. Richmond gets on top of it.
Good job, Bailey.
Richmond.
You know, you look at these faces on the replay and you realize they're just lovely young ladies. You know, I'm looking at everything analytical and thinking, do this, do that from a coach standpoint, but they're just sweet little girls out there playing a game.
They are fired up right now. Smith goes back line and shoots the target a little too far. So Shady back to within 1.
She doesn't know how to hit a softball.
Yeah. Forgill goes back line again. Pleska kind of contorting the body sideways. Richmond goes back line with it. Lancaster leaves it in the middle for Smith. Richmond's had a lot of good opportunities here early in the 5th set. As has Pleska, will go diagonal with it. Krager with a great dig. Richmond again, back line, strong on the shot.
Not by much. Put that a little more in the corner and you've got a winner.
The rotation for Coach Missy Smith and Hoover has been Callan and Hackney in at the same time. They'll come in. Hackney will serve. Good first serve by Kylie Hackney. Sending it up front. Pleska just straight across the line from the net. Shady able to keep that one alive. Here comes Smith. Oh, mistimed it. Went back to the flat foot. Stover sent it across. Hackney dives in and keeps it up.
Good ball.
Another good point here. Hackney sent it over early.
Oh,
sent back early, though, by Shady.
I see your dump, and I'll raise you a dump.
Stover. Heady play after Hackney tried to catch Shady. A little off guard. Stover will serve. A 1-point 5th set. Smith coming in a little late on that one.
A little late, and it was just a little too far off the net, too, for her to want to put it down as much as she did.
And we are tied 6-6. Forgill checking out for the Tigers. Stover floats one to the back line. Atkins sends it nicely forward. Pleska, that one didn't get across, I don't think. It didn't. And now the Huskies feeling a little bit nervous at a timeout on the floor for Herbert Hoover. Well, you go back to the second set, Deneen, and when Hoover made that run in that second set, they took the lead out to double digits. Shady looked a little bit nervous, the cracks in that confidence, and that lasted throughout that third set for a good ways, too, before they made that late run in the third. They didn't win that third set, Shady, but I think they got back their mojo that they had lost early.
Yes, they got back a little more rhythm, a little more confidence, and hitting their targets on those attacks.
Hoover's not got
And they are now in front by 1 on the race to 15.
Now they have trouble getting their offense going.
That additional third voice you hear is Jeff Kincaid, who is helping us out, spotting. Got a very volleyball-centric mind as well. Glad everybody could join us here. A race to 15 in set 5 of the Class AAA state title. First of 4 titles today. We hope the rest of them are as close to this one. There's Pleska dropping one in front of Stover.
Man, they've went to her so many times on that rotation that she was ready every single time. Okay, Cook.
I don't think we're going to be able to see any 10-point leads for either side on this 5th set. Isaiah Smith serving. Sent up. Front. Richmond tapped that one across. Here's another opportunity for Pleska. This one kept alive, and sent over.
Great point. Keep it going.
Man, bumped it over.
Don't give up.
Shady survives the first part of that point. Up front, Hackney. She's been great to Crook.
Down.
Again. That combo may be what takes Hoover to their first title.
I have to tell you, it's a trio. Olivia Huddleston, number 20, had perfect passes multiple times on just that one rally. She's doing an excellent job and is being overlooked.
Smith floats one. This one set up right in the middle for Jevanoski. Pleska over near the side, had to tip it just to keep it alive. Good rotations here. Again, Crook set up by guess who? Kylie Hackney. The Huskies in front by 2. The intensity continues to rise as the points get fewer and fewer. Down the line. That one finished off nicely.
When you see a wide set that's past the antenna like that, you have to realize that that ball can only come across at a very sharp angle. Herbert Hoover didn't make a defensive adjustment. They stayed in their defensive home bases. They needed to shift to the right front corner. That's the only place that ball could have landed.
A big finish by the freshman Riley Hilmer before checking out. Oh, a tough serve receive that time, and that one doesn't get across. Crook a little far back from where she likes to be, right up at the net.
Well, it was bang, bang, bang. That wasn't the best serve receive we've seen from Pleska.
Shrewsbury, who just checked in to serve, sends it long over the back line. And after tying it, Shady gives up the side outs and the lead.
Good rotation, Huddleston.
Pleska setting to serve. Crook got to get that shoe tied. The race to 15. The Huskies 5 away. Shady 6 away. Shady looking for title number 7 in school history. This is the first opportunity for the Huskies. Crook has to send it over. Shrewsbury moves forward. Man, the lefty.
It's overpass.
Here's an overpass. And that's going to be sent back quickly by Jevanoski. And it is 10-all.
Way to be ready.
Richmond heads back to serve for Shady. Macy Smith, who just checked in on the back line. Clay, soft touch across. For Gill, goes hard at it. That one deflected across by Crook.
For Gill's their number 1 target. So that's where that ball's going to go, and I think it's smart for the middle, for Herbert Hoover's middle to cheat over to the left and be ready and recognize that it was going to go to her.
Crook, not only offensively, but blocking at the net has been crucial for the Huskies. Lancaster serving for Herbert Hoover. Man, went sidewinder with that shot. Clay into it nicely. For Gill again, back line. For Gill, trying her best to keep the Tigers above water.
Shady's got a little better body language now. They're doing a great job.
Well, if I had a vote for Gill, would certainly be on the all-tourney team. We are tied at 11, going to 15.
Great pass, great pass.
Lancaster leaves it for Clay. We got a whistle and somebody into the net for Shady.
Now, you saw that whole play developing all from that excellent first pass.
Back to Braylon Atkins, second-team All-Stater last season, an all-tourney selection last year. Deflected at the net by the Husky defense. Lancaster leaves it for Smith. It's blocked by Stover, but with the ricochet, it goes out of bounds. 13-11. Every point is crucial. Coach Trina Olson knows that she may only be in her first year with the Tigers, but she knows that it's timeout time because you've only got 2 points available for the Huskies. If you're Shady, you have got to have a side out right now.
Right now. Stover wanted that block so badly. You could see when on the replay, all the emotion was there. She just was so frustrated. She's wanting the ball. They need to get it back into her hands, make that first excellent pass so we can feed her.
Yeah, we went back to our pre-match battle between Stover and Smith. That was one of those many that we have had. The Huskies, Coach Missy Smith, looking for their first state title. They've been runners-up 3 times, including last year. Braylon Atkins, the junior. First pass up front, Shrewsbury to Gill. Oh, wow. And what do we have? Into the net for Shady.
I want to see this on replay.
Gill got up good, and now the officials are going to talk it over. Shrewsbury set it up really close to the net. Gill got up nicely, powered it down, and we may have a decision.
Captains, they're probably going to replay this point.
What do we have?
Replay.
We are going to replay the points. Wow, let's take a look at it. Shrewsbury set it up here for Gill. Okay, yeah, because I don't think anybody touched it.
I don't see a net turn, nothing.
Crazy. So back to 13-11. Man, flat foots one across.
Oh, no.
Up front, Clay is going to shove that
Good
one
reaction.
to the back line. Shrewsbury, the short set.
Good setter.
Clay has it deflected at the nets by Stover.
It just wasn't a good enough set to get it out there, and it was just too predictable for those blockers to get over there and block that ball.
So what looked like it would be a 14-11 set and championship match point is now 13-12 with Reagan Mann, the 2-time first-team All-Stater, serving. Here's an overpass, and that one delivered by Stover. And it is 13-13.
So she subbed out the girl that they just served to. I'm curious if she's going to serve right back to her, to that same position. I wouldn't give the ball to the libero. She's making too good of passes.
Man, that one floated long. Oh, wow.
So as a coach, sometimes you want to make a substitution just to delay the game or give them some new target to think about. And I think that's what happened there. She was trying too hard to hit a spot.
Great communication on the back line for the Huskies. In is Huddleston. The serve for the match. This serve for the state title for the Huskies. This one deflected by Smith, kept alive. Gill has to bump it over. Lancaster leaves it for Smith from 10 feet, and it's done! Isaiah Smith rips it through the back line, and the Huskies are second fiddle no more.
And who made that pass? Huddleston. She was just spot on. I'm sorry I didn't recognize her earlier. She did such a nice, calm pass. You saw that whole play developed from that perfect pass to the set right down to that kill. And Shady had a great game. They just didn't have an answer for that. You can't when it's that good of a kill.
What an absolute battle in Class AAA. If you are the Huskies and Coach Missy Smith, she has brought a title to Husky Nation.
She knows how to work the crowd. Did you see her turn to the student section? And they just exploded. They love her.
The Huskies will take a first ever state championship back to the banks of the Elk River. Meanwhile, for Shady Spring, the Tigers will finish runner-up for the 7th time in school history. What a battle from both sides. It means little right now if you talk about the Tigers. Once the dust settles, they got to hold their heads high. What an absolute battle they put up here against the Huskies.
It would have been so easy to fold after that disastrous second game, even the third game. But you could see the turn at the end of the third game, that Shady's like, no, we're not done yet. And you have to give them all the credit in the world for just being able to just keep going at that and dig back and bring it back as close as they did.
Huskies are the champions. We'll break away when we return. We are going to send it down to the floor for the ceremony in Class AAA. You've been watching live streaming coverage of the 2025 Class AAA State Volleyball Championship here on the NFHS Network.
Sandwich. It's a complete game changer. Hello, this is Mike, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club is that juicy chicken with that toasty pretzel bun. From the first bite to the last bite, that bun, it's crispy, cozy, just amazing. With the pretzel bun, the Dijon mustard, and the chicken, you have those three things together, and it makes that sweet, savory kind of combination. It's everything that you love about food rolled into one. It looks phenomenal. It tastes great. It's delicious.
Real guests paid for their testimonial.
Adventure takes you here, but much of it starts right here in West Virginia, where Toyota has lived alongside hardworking West Virginians for over 25 years, investing over $2 billion in the Buffalo manufacturing plant and bringing in over 2,000 jobs. And that helps fuel the local economy. Thanks for making Toyota the #1 selling brand in West Virginia. See your dealer and start your adventure today. Toyota, let's go places.
At Little General Stores, we'll be there when you're ready, even if you're returning home for the first time in years. That is why we offer the LG Rewards Card that'll save you money on your favorite convenience store purchases, or even get you free drinks or coffee, allowing you the time to plan that perfect return. Go plan yours today, and when you need us, we'll be there. Thank you to those who serve, so the LG family can serve you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
To the championship athletes, we say,
Good luck. Go get them.
Fight hard.
Never give up.
You've got this. There's no I in team.
let's go. And most importantly, have fun.
At WVU Medicine Thomas Hospitals, we're proud to be the official healthcare partner of West Virginia High School Athletics.
From Spring Valley High School, Avery Ellis. From Shady Spring High School, Olivia Stover. From Shady Spring High School, Reagan Mann. From Herbert Hoover High School, Jesse Crook. And from Herbert Hoover High School, Isaiah Smith. there's any of the others coming down from the crowd, please let us know so we can pause for the picture. Not seeing any, we'll move forward. Sorry, there is one coming. Anyone else? Do you see anyone else on the way? Thank you. Congratulations, ladies. We will now present the 2025 Class AAA runner-up trophy to Shady Springs High School. The team members and coaches are asked to come forward to receive the runner-up trophy and individual award as your name is announced. Allie Fergill. Gabriella Yan. Bailey Richmond. Sophia Attili. Bella Jevanoski. Kennedy Krager. Reagan Mann. Riley Helmer. Olivia Stover. Bristol Bloomfield. Brianna Shrewsbury. Head coach Trina Olson. Any other team support staff can report to the court at this time. Congratulations to AAA runner-ups, the Tigers from Shady Springs High School. Congratulations. And now, with much pride and pleasure, we would like to present the Class AAA West Virginia 2025 Championship Trophy to Herbert Hoover High School. Team members and coaches are asked to come forward to receive their championship trophy and individual awards as your name is announced. Zoe Hall. Macy Smith. Lauren Pleska. Ashlyn Clay. Isaiah Smith. Braylon Adkins. Lily Lancaster. Kendra Callan. Jocelyn Schaefer. Jesse Crook. Amelia Canterbury. Olivia Huddleston. Kylie Hackney. Jamie Legg. Head coach Missy Smith, assistant coaches Kelsey Naylor and Caitlin Dunlap. Please join your team at this time. Any support staff, please join them for the photo. And now we present the AAA championship trophy to the Lady Huskies from Herbert Hoover High School. Once again, all the photos, after the photos are taken here, we'll ask the teams to go to the back side of the black curtain. And you can access the court between section 114 and 115. You go down there behind the black curtain and take all your photos there with your team. Congratulations to the Lady Huskies from Herbert Hoover High School, your 2025 state champion. We'd like to express our sincere thanks to everyone for being a part of this state championship tournament.